So I absolutely know that you have to be jealous of me right now. Like if I was you, I would be jealous. Why? Because in the all of March, I've been interviewing some of the best coaches that are using OneStream Live, and I'm excited about tonight because I have another great coach, another young lady that's coming on to help you learn how to use OneStream Live or even live streaming in your coaching business. So we give you all the tips, but more importantly, like she's gonna teach you how to actually make real money in this business. Don't be jealous. I'll tell you what you could do. You could be just like me and be a part of our streamers partnership program is really simple. Like if you want to be live like me, all you have to do is send your profile to content at onestream.live. Again, send into your social media profiles. Let them know who you are, what you're doing. And again, that's content at onestream.live. And maybe you could be live like me and get a chance to interview some really cool people. That being said, I want to say hello to everybody as you're actually coming on to the stream or watching this in a replay. Thank you so very much for spending some time with us tonight. This is the Streamers Hub. It is Monday night here in the States, and I'm super excited about the opportunity that I get tonight to interview this young lady that have made some real moves in the industry as a coach. So she's been featured in Forbes magazine, and she's actually is a self-made millionaire teaching coaches. She has a whole program. I watched some of her material, and she's like, "Well, I can show you how I've made $100,000 a month." And I went to $100,000 a day. I'm like, I want to know every single detail. Without any further ado, let me bring her on to the show. So, Akila, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very, very well. Oh my God, that intro, it made me blush. I'm like feeling on top. Thank you for welcoming me here. I'm so honored.
I'm honored to have you on. Like, so many people think that they can get into an industry and 2 days later they could be in a seat like yours. Okay, where you have put in the time, put in the effort, have the program and processes in place to where you can say, now, hey, I've made it in this industry. I made $1 million and I can help you do it as well. Now, I know it wasn't overnight. Can you kind of tell us your story and the process you went to get to where you are now?
Sure, definitely. First of all, thank you for having me here. I'm
It's my pleasure.
super excited for today. And yes, let's begin. I want to say this for entrepreneurs, everyone, whoever is watching this, right? It's normal for everyone to feel the same way like, oh my God, you know what? Everyone's doing it. Why can't I do it? I felt the same too when I started. And I felt like, if I just make $10,000 a month, that'll be fantastic.
Right.
If I just make 10K a month, I'll be able to quit my job. If I just make 10K a month, I'll be able to be with my kids, right? So that was my dream in the beginning. I was working 9 to 5, super happy. It's a beautiful job, super happy from the outside, but not really inside. So, this is where I was like, okay, I want to quit my job safely, right? Because it's already a safe job. I just don't want to jeopardize the whole financial situation by jumping into entrepreneurship, putting my job aside. I wanted to start this side business, this coaching business as a side gig. And then I was like wondering, what can I do? Should I be doing, sales calls 24/7? Should I be, doing lives? What is it? What's the strategy? So that can take me to 10K a month first. So that's wherever you are, whatever your goal is, wherever you're thinking you want to go. I want to say this one first. I want to begin with this one. It's totally possible, but it's not overnight.
Right.
As DJ says, it's not overnight. It's going to take time at the aligned time. So I have made my first 10K within 60 days of starting my coaching business. That's pretty still fast, I believe.
That is
And
very
after that,
fast.
yeah, for a lot of people, it's like, oh my God, you know what? I've been trying all of this, but this is what I want to say. You got to look into your kind of strategies. What are you implementing? And, what do you love doing? Do you love going live like this one? Then probably that's where your heart is. Probably that's where you will really thrive. So you got to figure out what works for you. What do you really love, right? So after that, whatever you do is going to be very easy for you. It's not going to be like a resistance, facing you. So you got to figure out that. Now, after 10K months is where, I started going slowly into 20K months. I leveled up my game. I started going lives, and I was using OneStream as well. It's one of my favorite software. I recommend to all my clients, like, hey, use this software. So I use lives as a strategy
That's awesome.
to, yeah, because your people need to see you, your people need to know and like and trust you, and
Right.
that happens faster with lives, it happens faster with the video content. So one stream helps in that aspect, like it helps me stream on multiple channels, multiple social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, on my page on Facebook, in my group on Facebook, and multiple places on YouTube, etc. So that's a very good tool I found, and I've been using it for I think nearly 3 years now on, and that's one of the best tool I have found in my business, which is so good. And that's one of the ways I get my clients as well.
That's
So this
awesome.
is
Can I ask you
where,
a quick
yeah,
question?
go on.
My question for you is, as you were building and you're going from 10 to 20, was when you started, was there a platform, even though you may be multi-streaming, a platform that was where a lot of your audience was at first? Like, did you find
Yeah.
success on YouTube or Instagram? Where was your first, I guess, social media platform where you had most of your clients in the beginning?
Yeah, for me, still, many of my clients come from Facebook. Facebook
Gotcha.
is my major platform. It's like, it's one of the platform where I find people hanging out a lot. Like they're scrolling on Facebook for hours and hours a day. They're on Instagram for hours and hours a day. So this is where it's easy. I figured out it's very easy to get clients because they're always there. So whenever I go live, they get this notification like, okay, Akila is going live. Let me go quickly and watch what she's doing. Right. So this is one of the best platforms. So you don't need any paid platforms as well, like in a email marketing as such. You can just start with Facebook. It's beautiful, a lot of billions of people are there, so it's very good to go from, yeah, $0 months to 10K and more.
That is awesome. 60 days, you made your first $10,000. Did you already have like an audience? Did you already have people that was in a network that you were able to talk to about your new business?
Nah, when I started everything from ground zero, like
Wow.
zero, no audience, no subscribers, no email list, excuse me, nothing, right? So I had to build everything up, and the fastest way I could build that up is through Facebook groups.
Gotcha.
Be in Facebook groups. There are multiple people depending upon what your niche is. Are you selling software, or are you a coach? Are you a health coach? Are you a business coach? Right. So there are so many groups that you can really be visible, and then gain some traction, and then provide your value to them, and then they will sign up.
So I don't want that to, let me get back on with you so people can see me. So as I've heard tons of coaches talk about the process, like this is a another one for me to kind of
Sure.
co-sign on how important Facebook groups are for a lot of people because someone has already curated that group for whatever the group is about. All right. So if you have some type of niche or if you have some type of software, product, or anything that you're selling and it fits that group, you want to be in that group and start engaging them. Now you can't. Well, let me say this because you're the one that's killing it right now. When someone goes into a group, because you can't just go and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm a new coach. Connect with me." What would be the process you would go through when, or that you would tell your people, "This is what you want to do inside of a new group"?
Yeah. So this is one other thing too. So groups are fantastic, right? So there are a lot of people in groups. At the same time, it's overpopulated too. Like a lot of people keep dumping stuff in there. Like they keep putting random posts. They keep putting, okay, let's do something. Happy, good morning and stuff like that.
Right.
Does it really change someone's life? We want
Right.
to see, how do we stand out? How can we stand out in such a big populated group? Like, okay, how do I stand out? So the best way to stand out is not by giving information. There's plenty of information out there. You don't need to really give information. Information is not value anymore, right? So what you got to give your own personal experiences, your own transformation. Like, what did you do to get to, you know from
Okay.
point A to point B. So your results, your clients' results, that's what really hooks people in. That's what makes them stop scrolling. That's what makes them, feel like, okay, I got to listen from you. You got something. You're so different to others. So this is what you got to do. You got to share your own personal results, your own personal value, or your clients' results. That way, you gain the authority there. That way, you gain the trust factor there. That's the first thing you got to do, and then people will start paying attention to you. So whatever value you provide next becomes so valuable, right? It's not the information, you got to give transformation. So that's what people value these days.
Not just information, but transformation to help you gain trust from that group. I absolutely love this. We're getting a master class tonight, guys. A real master class on how to do this. So wherever you are, whenever you listen to this, I promise you, if you take where we're starting with as a good point number one, you'll be well on your way. Because some people miss this one thing. Because you said, hey, I started at zero. So how do you start at zero? Knowing some of the platforms have actually throttled down organic reach.
Mm,
But years ago, Facebook started these groups, and now you got groups of people settling in based on whatever collective idea that group is about. And you want to, again, uh, show transformation, which is I started here and now I'm here to get people's attention and
exactly.
trust. Oh my God, I'm taking notes. I guarantee you
I'm
here, I'm
glad.
taking notes and I'm listening to
Oh,
every part of this.
beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I'm super happy. I'm super
Yes,
happy.
ma'am. So once you're in that group, you're starting to get trust, and your next step is to say, "Hey, this is what my process is. If you want to learn more, do you say inbox me or connect here? How does that work?"
So it doesn't really matter, right? So you can give call to action. A lot of people say, give call to action. What I usually do is a lot of people don't like you selling
Uh
in
huh.
their
Uh
groups,
huh.
right? So it's like it's their house, it's like it's their party.
Right.
So we don't want to sell in someone else's party. We just show up. We just show up. We just provide some value. So people start, turning their heads towards you, like, okay, who is this person? And then what automatically they do is, because it's social media, they can click on your profile.
Right.
If they, if something catches their attention, they'll be like, okay, who's this person? Who's this guy? Who's this woman? Right? So they click on your profile. Then they do some stalking on your profile. They'll
Right.
look at your profile, and that's where you can provide your value. Now they have come from that party to your house, right, or your office. Now
Right.
they get to see what you're doing. It's a nice way to bring people in. Only the interested parties, only the qualified people, only the ones who felt like, wow, I'm interested in your stuff. Like, what are you doing? Then when they see your post on your profile, that's when they get warmed up. There you can do all kinds of marketing. There you can do all kinds of selling. This is where I leave my links, like, okay, come and join my group here, or DM me if you want to purchase this, or straight away, here is the link to buy my program, to subscribe to my software, subscribe to my year-long membership, etc. So this is where you can do your sales as well, because now they're already warm. You got the authority. They follow you. Most people stalk you, so make sure you have good stuff on your profile that's relevant to your business, not some random stuff here and there. You can still share random stuff, but make sure it's professional. It is what you say you are.
I like it. I like it. So I know people, they say all the time, they may not like it, they may not make a comment, but they are looking at your
They are.
information. You need to know that. Now, you want people to actually do something on your page,
Yeah,
whether that's a like or a comment, in this case, an inbox, or hey, contact you in some kind of way. But please have the confidence that if you are doing things the right way, not being spammy or anything like that, people will come. People will come.
exactly.
That's really cool.
Exactly. 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 So you don't have to be spammy. I'm like too opposite to that. So you don't have to really spam people. You don't have to message people in the Facebook groups and stuff like, hey, do you want to buy my software? This is what I'm selling. That's cold DMs. You don't have to do all of that stuff. Just shine. Your brightness is going to bring them in towards you, to your offer, to your services and stuff. And this is what I say. People, you know what? Some of my bigger clients, the clients who pay me $30,000, $50,000, pay in full in cash in one swipe, they don't even comment on my stuff. They don't
Right.
even like my stuff. They don't even do anything in public. They just come into my DMs and they say, hey, you know what? I want this program. Where is the link? How can I pay? I'm coming in. I'm in. That's it.
Wow.
So you see that there are people like that who just stalk you, who don't show that they're following you. They don't like your stuff. They don't heart it, anything like that, but they are still buying it. So this is what I see. There'll be three kinds of people: the people who love your stuff, every single post that you do, they will go like it, comment on it, everything. They show their love. They exchange their value or love or something in exchange, like a heart form, in a comment form.
Right.
But there are other kind of people. The second kind is they don't love, they don't heart it, but they exchange money for your service, right? So they're still providing something back, like they're energetically exchanging money, or energetically exchanging their support through likes and hearts. So that's two kinds of people. And there are third kind too. I have people who still comment on my stuff and they also buy my programs. So there are three kinds of people that you really want to keep in mind. So you can't really think like, okay, no one's really commenting on my post today. I think it's a bad post. No one really watched my live today. No one commented. No, they're watching you,
They're watching.
right? They're watching you.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this question. As you are getting people that may or may not comment, but they're contacting you for your program, do you find those people already at a particular place in their business? Are they ready, or are people not ready and they need ground zero help? Or do you find most of the people that are really willing to pay you the big money already have something in place and they need your help to get to the next spot?
Yeah, so I have both kinds. I have people who are like just starting up. They are just at $0. They want to get to the 5K months, 10K months in the beginning. They are the starters. I want to say the starters, the startups. They are there. And I also have established people who are already in the industry. They're already at 100K months and they want to go to the 200K months. I have clients like that too.
Got
So
you.
there are two kinds of clients. And there are people who are like already established in their business. They're already doing fantastic in their 9 to 5 and they want to build their business online. And there are these people who are already six figures. There are millionaires who are already doing successful in their business, and they want to create a course, for example, so that they can automate stuff and sell stuff automatically. So they want my help, they want my service, they want my mentorship and coaching for that. So those people come to, and this is what I've seen. I have closed clients, or I have gotten clients, high paying clients. These are like 30K, 50K pay in full clients within 4 days, 5 days max.
Wow.
And that was possible. I didn't jump on a sales call with them. They didn't ask me one-on-one questions. You know how they came in? Through lives. They watched me talk like this.
Got
So
you.
lives really are very good. It brings like 3 years of relationship within 3 days, and then they can convert very quickly.
So I've heard people say, I can give you the information like free. YouTube, Facebook, I give you information for it, but the strategy on how to do it is actually what people pay for. Is that something similar to what you do?
Yeah, so this has to be, there has to be some boundaries, right? You
Right,
can't give away everything for free. So a lot of
right,
people say, give value, give free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. If you are giving everything for free, what's the point? Why should people pay when they're getting for free? They know that, oh
right,
yeah, you know what? I can just wait for a week and she's going to spill all the beans out. So I can, I don't have to pay for it. Your people are smart. They know that they can get stuff from for free from you. But what really, this is why we don't give information. Information is everywhere. Go on Google. There are millions of pages. Go on YouTube. There are billions of videos. Information is not what people really want. If they want, they can Google, and now there is Chat GPT. There is so much of AI stuff happening. They can get
right,
answers. But what really people crave for is transformation. How can this product or service change my life? Right? For that, it has to be an energetic exchange in terms of money. When people pay money, they pay attention. So this is why the smart ones know time is more valuable than money.
right,
So instead of waiting for the information, instead of doing it by themselves through YouTube videos or Googling stuff, they know if I hire someone or they know if I buy a product, it's going to give me the transformation faster. And if they
right.
have the human support, like a coach or a mentor, there is a person too who's helping them. It's not just the information, it's not DIY, do it by yourself. There is a person helping them because they have gone through the experience. They are there to help them throughout.
I say
So,
this. all the time. I really do. It is
Right.
cutting down the time. Like I tell people, even with the Streamers Hub, hey, come spend time with me here
Mm,
because I've already made all the mistakes. I want to teach you how not to make the mistakes. So when you go
beautiful.
live using a software like OneStream, you will be able to know how to navigate through it so you look professional. So
Exactly.
I completely agree. I completely agree. And if there was a program that was paid, it would be worth the time or the money because it should be able to help you get to a
Exactly.
professional level faster than
Faster.
just watching the YouTube channels and making all the mistakes. So that's
Faster.
good.
That's
That's really good.
Exactly. People don't see really the value in, how much time is worth for them. Let's say they'll think, okay, you know what, I don't have $10,000 today. Let's say to invest how to make $10,000. My first investment was $10,000 into a coach to learn how to make $10,000. But not many people make that move, right? They'll be like, okay, I don't have, and I didn't have the money too back then. I had to use my credit card to pay to my coach. It's not like, I have free money sitting in the bank account.
Right.
So it's not like people think they can't make the money, but you know what? If they value something, they will find the money.
That's
They will
right.
find the money some way, shape, or form. So imagine if people, it's easy to say, oh, you know what? I don't have $10,000 today, and they'll wait for months, but they don't realize the things that they're missing is the time. And each month they could be making $10,000. So 3 months wasted is like $30,000. $30,000 not in is equal to $30,000 lost.
Right.
So they traded 30,000 for $10,000.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I hope you are listening really hard to this because she is definitely giving us information tonight that can really help us all. Like, have you thought about like your time that you're spending not doing the live streams? The time that you're spending not putting a program together, the time that you're spending not getting a mentor or a coach to help you to that next step, it's actually costing you money. That
It is.
is so true. That is so true. So I'm hoping that as you are watching us tonight, like she's actually going through the steps, $100,000 a month to $100,000 in a day.
That's it.
And all we're trying to do is help inspire you that it can be done. Right? You could be a millionaire as well. I could be a millionaire as well. So I'm here listening to all the messages as I am trying to step out further myself and saying, hey, like this is true. I'm checking all the boxes tonight so I could do a better job on my end. That being said, people are now, we're past the Facebook groups. We're past getting with a coach. What would be the next step for someone?
Execution.
That's
Execution.
good.
Right. So it's also doing the work. Doing the work. It's not just not, like getting into a mentorship or committing to something, buying a product or a service is one thing. And also executing it, making sure you are there. There'll be up and down days. There are days where you don't make money. That's fine, but you got to know that you're planting seeds, and these seeds will become, plants and trees, and then they'll give you fruit. So you can't really expect to plant a seed today and then okay, I'll have a fruit tomorrow. By the
Right,
morning, I know it's not possible. So you got to do the work too. You got to still believe that you're going to make money, and you have to still water the seeds, right? So you just can't say, okay, there's no sprout today, so I'm not going to water you. Go, bad boy, bad
right,
girl. No, you can't do that. So you have to still plant, water your plants so that they become trees one day and they give you the fruit. So you got to do the work. Doing the work is this is what I believe in. Three things: systems, processes, and people. You got to have good systems. Like, for example, OneStream is a very good system. This is where I went live. I have made my sales automated as a baby coach, as a beginner coach. I was making 10K months. And you know what? One night I made $12,000. I scheduled my live at 10 p.m., but back then my kids were so young, so I had to schedule like a live session through live with the feature that OneStream has. And I was
right.
actually in the bed putting my kids to sleep, but there were sales made. There was $12,000 overnight. I didn't do
Wow.
anything, and I was not really doing the live. It was all recorded and it was played as live. So you can automate your business too. You can be with your family and you can still make, at 10K, 12K, whatever, and then slowly it builds up too as you figure out where am I going wrong? What do I need to fix? So you got to have three things in place. Systems, for example, OneStream is very good, and processes like your strategies and stuff like that. How do you do your sales? How do you do your marketing? How do you do your lead generation and things like that? That's your processes and strategies. And the third one is people. You got to have the support systems too. For me to get to 100K months, for me to get to 100K in a day, I had people support too. Like
Right.
for example, I had fantastic team. I love my team. They're helping me to get to where I am today. So you need people support you. It's not one man army anymore. It's not one man's job anymore. So you got to have that support from the people, not in your staff, in your team, etc. And also you got to be with that kind of people. If you want to aim for 100K months, you want to be surrounded by people who are making 100K months, right? Because you are an average of five people you surround with. So
That's
who are you
right.
hanging out with? So who's your inspiration? Who is your inner circle? You want to make sure that you're sitting in a room with all the high income earners so that you become one naturally, right? So you want to be the dumbest in the room so that you
Right.
can learn from them.
Right.
So that's what you want to have too. So that's people. Third one, so who are you surrounded with? Like, are they beautiful mentors who can inspire you, who can support you? Are there beautiful team members who can support you for your mission, for your vision, and stuff like that? So these are the three things that are really important: systems, processes, and people.
Oh, I had to dive down into this. I love it. I love what you're saying.
Amazing.
I
Amazing.
say this all the time. Show me your five friends, and I'll show you who you are. So, yeah, I know you
Can't
said it
enough.
a little differently, but we have to understand this. I have to come. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
I want to
Right.
be the
So
dumbest.
yeah, I've been in some of those rooms where I was the smartest person. I say I'm dumb. Like I'm the
I
stupid one
know.
because I need to be around people that can push me with ideas, that can show me what they're doing. I need to be the dumbest in the room and not to take anybody down about their intellect, but there are some rooms that you probably haven't been in that you want to push yourself into so that you can surround yourself with people that have already done the things that you want to do. So
Exactly.
no matter what kind of business you're in, guess what? If you can't get into the rooms, find those people on social media or on YouTube. The same industry you want to be in, find out who those industry leaders are, watch their content, connect with them, go into their communities. All right. Become a
Exactly.
friend there and surround yourself with them. And that'll help as well if you can't just walk through a door physically. Am I right in saying that?
Exactly, exactly. And nowadays it's so easy. What are we complaining about? There is internet. You can find people on internet. You can find inspiration on internet. You can find motivation on internet. You can find everything on internet from, how do I go to London? You can find flight tickets on internet. What are we complaining about? So, there is no excuse why you can't make money these days.
That is so true. So the next thing I would say is the way you broke it down with systems. I think people need to see it because at first I was wondering. You said systems and processes, and one of the systems that you talked about, of course, was OneStream. That's a system that you could use to get live. Of course, there's other systems, but one of the systems, just so people understand it, is that OneStream Live helps you to use pre-recorded video or
Yeah,
live video and to reach your audience. There are
exactly.
other systems that you may have, but that system allows you to take the next step, which is have processes. So as you are getting people through your funnels, as people may call it, get people through, you have a process for, okay, someone text today, someone messaged today, someone called today. What is the process of getting those connections to actual sold new clients? And whatever that is, she's saying today, you need to have that together: system, processes, and at the end, people, because
People.
that's what you want to have, which is clients. And the more
Exactly.
people you have, you're able to get to those clients. So, do you have
Exactly.
a ratio of people that you like to communicate with that kind of drills down to a new client? Like maybe, hey, if I talk to 10 people, I know I can close two. Do you have any kind of ratio that you use personally?
I used to do that in the beginning, like, it was so masculine. It's like, okay, get 100 people signing up for your webinar, and the typical conversion rate industry standards is 3%, so you will only get 3 people converting. But you know what? I feel it's very masculine. It's very strategical. It's very, very logical. You can go to an extent with strategy. This is what I figured out. My 10K month all with strategy, pure strategy. My 20K months consistently making 6 figures in less than 6 months was all strategy. Like, okay, you know
Hmm.
what? Let me sign up 100 people who watch my OneStream video, and then only 3 people. The industry standard is 3 people. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to make only 3 sales. But after that, what I did is there is something beyond the strategy where you can
Okay.
really collapse time around money. This is what I wanted to really do. I was like, okay, I had enough of 20K months. I want to see 100K months. And for that 100, how many people do you know in your circle who's making 100K a month?
I don't have
Right? I don't
anybody
have
in my
many
circle.
people. Exactly, right? I don't have my neighbors making 100K a month. I don't have anyone in my family that I know of who's making 100K a month, or in my friend circle that are making 100K a month. So it's not many people that make 100K a month. So who do you have to be? It's not logical. It's not practical. It's not normal to make that kind of income. So who do you have to become is not a normal human. You got to become superhuman for that.
Right.
And how do you become is beyond strategy. It's beyond energetics. This is where we go into the woo-woo stuff a bit.
Hmm.
Woo-woo stuff, which is like, you gotta be in a place where you can really bring big numbers in. It's not like, okay, 3% out of 100. When you tap into your energetics, the conversion ratio is higher.
Gotcha.
This is where I'm seeing, even with how many people did I have? I think I had 100 people sign up for my masterclass, and where I was streaming live, and I had 100K in a day.
Wow.
It's 3 people. You just need even 3 people signing up for your $33,000 program is 99,999K. My
Right.
program is 33,339. It's all angel numbers, one of my bigger masterminds. So it's like 3 people signing up for the 33,333 is 99,999, 100K in a day. That
Wow.
happened with just 3 people. I didn't sign up, thousands of people. So it's not like the typical conversion, the industry
Right.
standards. All this you can just put it in the bin. When you tap into the energetics, you start to make your yearly income into your monthly income, your monthly income into your weekly income, your weekly income into your daily income. So it's possible. That's what I wanted to experience. That's what I wanted to explore. And that's where I started my journey in saying, okay, put the numbers aside. It's not any more numbers game like with typical people talk in the
Sales.
industry.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's different.
So
It's
in your
different.
program, do you like doing the cohort where you have team members, like you're meeting together, or is your coaching one on one?
Nah, this is group programs. Most of my programs are group programs where people come in, so they get to ask me Q&As. They get to ask me questions. It's a Q&A session where I answer their questions, and I also coach them. It's like weekly Zoom sessions and stuff like that. There is a Voxer support too, where they can, hey Akhila, you know what I have, this is the idea I have. I want to launch this program, and this is how much I want to sell. Do you think I should sell at 20,000, or do you think I should start at 10,000, or do you think I should do 30,000 straight away? Right, so
Gotcha.
this is where they can get my expertise and my experience, and helping them to see where they are, how I can help them to the get next level. So it's me, and along with that, they get the other people too. You remember how what I said? You got to be surrounded by the people who are making big
Uh-huh.
money for you to make big money as well. So I have made my masterminds in such a way where there are all these high players, all these big players in the industry, the ones who are making already 6 figures and they want to go to multiple 6 figures a month. Right, so they're already making 6 figures a month, and they also get to sit with those people who are already millionaires. They're already making millions a year, and they get to hear what these people ask. What kind of questions do these
Questions.
people have?
Right.
What are the good problems do these people have? It's the next
Right.
level problems to have,
Right.
right?
We call
So
them
they
rich
they all
problems. You got
rich
rich
problems.
problems.
Yeah, where do I invest my money now? I'm making this
Right.
much money. What do you suggest, right? So they get to hear and they get to be with them. So that's the cohort they get to sit with. That's the kind of people they get to, share the conference table with. They get to, yeah, have a lot of support and opportunities open up for them. And that they get me, a millionaire in their back pocket, and also get multiple people, sharing and supporting and cheering them.
Wow. That is awesome number one, that I have met you today and I had an opportunity to interview you, and you have really dropped a lot of knowledge for us tonight. If someone's out there and they've heard what you had to say tonight, maybe their first time even hearing you, but they have some trust based off of the information you share, how can they connect with you?
Yeah, definitely social media. Come on, follow me on Instagram if you're there on Instagram. My Facebook is where I do a lot of stuff. Facebook is my first love in terms of social media. So, find me on Facebook. It's Akhilla Kakivai with my first name and the last name. That's my profile. You'll find me. I think you'll see me image with the image that DJ Strick has got in the background. So
Let
it's
me
the same
move so
profile
everybody can
picture.
see you.
Yeah. That's the picture with my side profile. So you will find me on Facebook. So follow me on Facebook. Send me a DM. Say hi. I watched you live on DJ's live stream today. So I know that you watched me live. And yeah, let's connect on social media. That's where you can get more nuggets from me.
So it's so important, guys, as you hear from a coach that is now a self-made millionaire, and they are telling you the strategy that you should use. Number one, um, live streaming and pre-recorded live streaming is a key to connect with the audience. OneStream allows us all to be able to do that. I'm a OneStream user. She's a OneStream user. There is in YouTube, I did have a link there. So if you're watching this and you're not connected to OneStream Live at all, you can click that link, get more details on the software, the systems, all of that, and all the details. If there's any discounts, you can click that button again. It'll tell you all you need to know about OneStream Live. So we're here to kind of help you through the process. I don't know that if there is a YouTube content creator, coach, everyone is saying the same thing. Live is a way to connect with your audience. That's where you can gain what they call the know, like, and trust factor. You're doing it live. So if you got some quirky thing that you do and your personality is so cool, they can connect with that. We will always say, like, your vibe will connect you to your tribe. There are people that are ready and willing to connect with you, but they want to know that you're more than information, that you're a real person. So if you're watching this tonight, I pray that you're inspired, because I am. I have got my notes here. I'm going to go and actually watch this again so I can hear it all over again. Thank you so very much for your time and for coming on to the show. This is a really big deal for us. So for your willingness to say, hey, I'll give my time that I can't get back to help somebody else today on the Streamers Hub. That's really cool.
I'm glad. I'm so honored to be here today. I'm so honored to help you. I'm so honored to share what I've done in my journey with so many entrepreneurs out there. And this is what I want to say. What you're doing is fantastic, right? If there is
Thank
a
you.
calling for you, if you felt like you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to do whatever you do, you're feeling that way for a reason, right? So
That's true.
there is a calling. So just trust it, enjoy the journey. It's not just about the destination, right? Once you make your first milestone, you'll feel like, okay, that's done. What's next? So it's a never-ending journey, really. So just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and it's a beautiful life. You can make a lot of money these days with internet. Everything is there just in front of your 10 fingers. Do it, do your magic, and enjoy. Take care.
That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And guys, if you hadn't heard it yet, it is so much the truth. So we had a great show tonight. Thank you for joining us. Hey, this is DJ Strick, and I've had an awesome time with you today. Thank you for watching another edition of the Streamers Hub right here on OneStream Live.